So I'm kind of finished installing this little, not finished, but I'm on the way to installing this little SD card reader. Right now it's hot glued to the actual plastic face, just so I can have it perfectly aligned in the front, and then I knew where I'd mount it here on the metal, because I'd really prefer it being mounted on the metal. And lucky for me, it's just perfectly pushed up flush against this metal right here that just provides a lot of needed support. I didn't want it to kind of be floating in the middle of that square because it was just hard to cut it perfect. But and then when I get that all situated, this is going to be plugged in, and it's going to snake around and plug into the USB header. So I have a little card reader. Gotta have one of those. But that's basically how it's gonna look. I don't think I showed you guys this. I installed another vent over here where the stickers are usually for the Windows and processor, Intel processor sticker. And there's just usually a little piece of vent right here, and they reserve this spot for those stickers. And it was just looking really ugly because I took the stickers off and it was just blank right there, and I couldn't decide what I was going to do with it. So I decided to just cut it out and kind of do a matching vent that I was doing over here to tie in the whole deal. It kind of would be cool to do this whole entire vent that way, but I don't have enough of these things, and this needs some support, so I can't really start cutting everything out. I guess I could do like stripes. Like this actually works out where I could put one here, one here, one here, and one there, and that'd look kind of cool, but I don't know if I'm gonna do that. Maybe after I post the video and everybody's like, yeah, you should finish off that grill, then I'll do it. But it doesn't look bad mixing it up like that. Not to me anyways. I marked the depth of it, and I glued this little thing on the side as a stop. So I'll stick it right in there. And that little deal just keeps it from going in. What I'll do now is put the faceplate on, and I'll be able to glue it in from the other side. Alright, so now you can see the hot glue squeezing out the sides a little bit. After gluing that little thing on there, I glued it to the wall, and I was using the faceplate to make sure it was still lined up before I glued it in, and it looks like it's pretty darn straight. So now I can basically take off the faceplate and now my USB is just sitting there. Not very secure at this point in time, just a little bit of hot glue holding it in place, but this little thing doesn't like it messed with too much, so I'm just going to start with hot glue and see how it feels. I'll probably just fill in all the gaps, like all the way around, and just make it like nice and secure with hot glue. Let's continue with some hot glue. Alright, the hot glue job is done. It looks a little bit ugly, but it's pretty solid. I mean, it's really because of this little black deal, you know what I mean? I just tied it all in. So I don't know. I really don't know a better way to do it. It's never going to be seen, so hot glue is perfect in my opinion. Plus, I'm going to paint everything, so I'm just going to put a little bit of tape on the end of the USB right here. It'll just go away, so it's no big deal. And I really am happy with how strong it is. And let's see. Perfect. My little micro SD card reader. All right. I guess it's time to paint the chassis. Get everything painted black. Start putting this thing back together. So I got everything installed pretty much. Motherboard, PSU. That new PSU fit pretty good. It's a little bit different. There is the fan. I wound up using, like I said, zip ties and hot glue. There. Just a zip tie and hot glue in that corner. That corner. It turned out pretty sweet. I had to chop that corner out, like I said, for the motherboard to fit in there, and this USB cable for the micro SD card readers going over the motherboard and by the CPU thing was a real pain to get in there. Here it is all. You can see it sitting there. Remember the hot glue all painted and everything. I don't know. I thought there was more room in there than there wound up being, but the hard drive cage fits in pretty good. It's a little sticky, I think, from the paint and stuff. I drilled some holes right here to get some more air in. I painted the little hard drive caddy and drilled holes in underneath here. It's scraping on the paint right there. Right here on the tray. The wire management so far. The extra wires, I just kind of bunched them up, tied them off, and stuck them in this corner for now. I don't know, that's kind of a good spot for them. I can't wait to get that graphics card and just install it without having to do anything. That'll be nice. Looks pretty cool, all black, I must say.